All right, protect yourself at all times. We are on it. Here we go. Ron Futrell with the latest Vegas Sportscast for this Tuesday. And we've got hockey going on tonight with the Vegas Golden Knights. Some UNLV stuff to mention about both football and basketball coming up this week. Oh, but the big story today, the groundbreaking last night, the ceremony that took place at the corner of Russell Road near I-15. So Russell Road, I believe it's Procyon, but south end of the Las Vegas Strip, near Mandalay Bay, is where they had the groundbreaking ceremony for the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium. I think technically right now they're calling it the Las Vegas Stadium because it's not just the Raiders Stadium, but certainly the purpose of building this thing is for the Raiders. It was a great show last night. Great show. They had, they spared no expense, did it right. Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, was there. Stan Kroenke, a handful of owners. Stan Kroenke, the LA Rams owner, was there, which was sort of fun. And a bunch of former Raiders. I can go down the list. Darryl LaMonica, Jim Plunkett, David Humm, who's from Las Vegas. Let's see, Napoleon McCallum from Las Vegas, Frank Hawkins from Las Vegas. Let's go down the list. Let's see, Howie Long was interesting to see Howie there. Hadn't seen him in a while, so he was there. Let's see, along with all the Raiders ownership, Mark Davis, Mark Bedane, the president, was there. So they had the gang all there last night, and a lot of Raider fans, a lot of people excited about this stadium being built here and the potential that it has here. A who's who of the community. It was really just a large group of people under a big white tent. They did some great things. They had the 58 lights shining up into the sky to symbolize the 58 lives that were lost from the Mandalay Bay shooter, which was sort of interesting when you see the Mandalay Bay right there. It was, of course, the other side where the shooting took place. So basically, this stadium's being built on the opposite side of where the shooter was, quite frankly. I mean, if that helps you understand where this is. The shooter, on October 1, from Mandalay Bay, the 32nd floor, shot towards the east onto the Village lot, also owned by MGM. And so the stadium is being built to the west, on the other side of I-15. So, give you some idea if you're from out of town where exactly the stadium is going to be built. But it will have spectacular views there like we saw last night. There's still some questions about everything that needs to get done here with this thing. And some of the stuff that they have, well, they got to get the permits. Got to be able to make that happen. Got to get the money to be able to make it happen. There's still a lot of questions about when, how quickly, when they're going to start seriously moving dirt. They held a press conference afterwards and talked about some of those issues, and they were very vague about, hey, it's going to happen. You know, there's a fun night. We had the groundbreaking. Let's not be too cynical or negative. Let's just talk about how it's going to happen and how great it is and that sort of stuff. So certainly, yeah, I agree with that. That's fine. But now, okay, they've got to be able to make sure they've got the money to be able to do it. That the Raiders have the Raiders are hoping to raise the money through the sale of seat licenses. Now that certainly could happen, should happen, but that's how they've got they're on the hook for $500 million. Bank of America has a loan for $500 million. They need to sign off on that loan to make that happen. But I believe it's also contingent upon the Raiders being able to sell enough seat licenses for the stadium. And it's not unusual for projects to be done like this. Projects will be done like this on spec all the time. Basically, that's what this is. Being done on, hey, find the money, get the money, make it happen. Is the money in the bank right now? No, it's not. There is $750 million that are coming from Nevada taxpayers, off a room tax on the Strip. And and that's the largest amount ever, by far, for a stadium project. Largest before that was Texas Stadium, Dallas, Texas. It's now AT&T Stadium. With Jerry Jones, I think in the neighborhood of $250 million. That there were bonds, taxpayer bonds. So that's where we're at with this. Still a lot to have happen before it's in a floodplain. They got to take care of the flood control district and make sure that that's taken care of. And usually when I bring up things like that, the answers I will get from the people that's going to happen. That's no problem. That's no problem. That's going to happen. That's okay. I hope so. Make it happen then. That's my answer is okay then. But there are still these things that need to take place. And as far as construction goes here in this town, I mean, there's some fun things happening right now. There's the 51s are getting their new ballpark up in Summerlin, right next to the Golden Knights practice facility. So there's looking forward to some big things here. Raiders, by the way, play in Mexico, Estadio Azteca, Aztec Stadium, in Mexico City against the Patriots on Sunday. It'd be nice to see them pick off a Tom Brady pass, or 2 or 3. Okay? One thing the Raiders have not done this year is intercept a pass. It's the longest in NFL history that a team has gone without an interception. Wow. So, that's okay. Tom Brady throws picks all the time, right? So they're going up against the best quarterback in the NFL. It'd be a good time to pick off 3 or 4 passes. So that's what they've got. Their 7-point underdogs are the Raiders. So, you like the Raiders. Technically, it's called a home game for the Raiders. Okay, gotcha. It's a neutral court, but neutral field, but somebody's got to be the home team. So the Raiders, in this case, are the home team. And they've done it the last 2 or 3 years. They've had games in Mexico City. Remember the Brady jersey that got stolen in Mexico? Yeah, it was a Brady jersey got stolen. And then a Super Bowl jersey that also got stolen. I think by the same guy, if my memory serves me well, a media guy. So that's what's going on Sunday. A big game, Rams playing Minnesota at Minnesota this Sunday, and that's going to be a tough matchup for the Rams. I mean, Minnesota's a good team, but this is a good NFC matchup. 2 of the top teams in the NFC. Rams also have Philadelphia later this season. Rams against the Eagles. Very good matchup. Could be a preview now that Green Bay's probably out of it without a quarterback, with Aaron Rodgers out. This could be the matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. Believe it or not, the Rams had a hideous season last year and playing lights out this year. Best offense in the NFL. Okay, hockey tonight. Vegas Golden Knights are big underdogs at Edmonton. Edmonton's minus 185 at last check. Boy, I like the Knights in this situation. They just like the Knights in this situation. That's all there is to it. Lucas Spiza is not going to be playing in this game. Undisclosed injury. And that's a big deal because he's the guy that plays the guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy that goes after the Connor. In this case, Connor McDavid. He'd be the guy that would be shadowing Connor McDavid and be on him throughout the game as a defenseman. And no Lucas Spiza in this game. That could hurt the Golden Knights tonight as they play in Rogers Place. 6 o'clock start is that game. 6 o'clock Pacific time for the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. They're 10-5-1 on the season. Just for an expansion team, just a fantastic record. Edmonton 6-9-2. 6-9-2 is their record right now. But still, the Knights have not played well on the road. They haven't won real well on the road. They played well on the road. I'll explain that by they've been in every game. It's not like they're getting blown out. They're losing 3-2, 2-1, 4-3, shootouts, overtime, those sort of things. So they played close. They played tight. I mean, they lost in a shootout at Toronto. Okay, so how about that? So is that playing well? Yeah, that's playing well on the road. Didn't come away with the win. So we'll see what they can do tonight. Okay, Rebel stuff going on. Rebel football held its weekly news conference today. They do that every Tuesday. Tony Sanchez talking about the game coming up against New Mexico. Rebels playing on the road. They got to beat New Mexico Saturday down in Albuquerque, and then beat Reno up at Mackey Stadium in Reno this Saturday after to be able to get to a bowl game. So that's going to be a tough test for this Rebel football team. They're 4-6 right now, so they got to go 6-6 to be able to get to a bowl game. That's how it works. Minimum, been this for years. Minimum, you got to have 6 wins. They changed it years ago when Notre Dame was having its bad years, and they would get 3 or 4 wins a season, and they would get invited to bowl games because they travel so well and they're Notre Dame. So the NCAA instituted a Notre Dame rule basically saying you've got to win at least 6 games to be able to go to a bowl game. So there you have it. That loss at Howard just really screams out at you, especially if the Rebels split these 2 games. Then that loss at Howard is what cost them a bowl game. Howard was the first game of the season. Rebels favored by 40, 42, 43, something like that, depending on the number kept going up. And then they end up losing by 3. Largest upset loss in NCAA college football history that a team favored by that much could lose. Rebel basketball, they've got Prairie View coming up. They got a game against, Prairie View A&M. That's Wednesday at the Thomas and Mack Center. They're 1-0 right now. They got a 42-point win over Florida A&M on Saturday night, so Rebels should win again. And they've got 4 or 5 very, very easy games here to start the season. So, but they just need to perform. Just need to make it happen. Just do it. And then they did it opening night and expected to do it again on Wednesday. So let's see, other stuff going on here in town. Well, we're getting close to the middle of the week, so a lot going on for the Knights. They do have, besides the game against Edmonton tonight, they play Vancouver on Thursday, and then the LA Kings come to town for a 5 o'clock game on Sunday. Now, that's first matchup against the Kings. Will be fun. Looking forward to that one. So there you go. There you have it. That's it. I'm Ron Futrell. That's the way I see it. Everybody have yourself a nice Tuesday. Thanks for listening. Remember, you can find us on iTunes, iPod, everywhere. Let's see, iTunes. You've got Google Play. You've got iHeartRadio. You've got our website, thevegassportscast.com. Go to our Twitter page, which is at Vegas Sportscast. So find all sorts of information there. We are the number one sportscast in Vegas is for podcasts. That's the way this goes. So check it out, share it, tell a friend, download it, spread the word. All right, that's it. Ron Futrell, have a good one, everybody. Bye for now.